I was pretty intimidated to write a section on time management. It seems as though even with the abundance of knowledge, books, and articles on the topic, we still haven't pegged down any exact formula. And honestly, I think it's because there's no real secret sauce when it comes to time management. Different cultures approach time differently, and there are pros and trade-offs to every way of viewing time. For example, some countries, say Bali and Colombia, tend to operate on a polychronic grid, where time is not managed strictly and viewed literally, but in terms of what has been accomplished. This time management approach places emphasis and reflection, going with the flow and community, over more Western views of productivity. The West tends to view time in a monochronic sense, where punctuality and management are more prioritized. The point is, I don't want to tell you exactly how to spend your time, because while I may have my personal philosophies on how to manage it, I don't believe anyone has some sort of perfect formula down. We're going to dive into time management more in our upcoming project management course, but for now, these are the main points. Most importantly, pick a metric for success, and when doing so, evaluate whether or not priority version will come into play. How do you want to view time? What do you want it to do for you? And do any of your priorities butt heads? Especially if you live in a monochronic culture, communicate your schedule with those whose time regularly intercepts with yours. Interestingly, a part of strategy is knowing when to abandon it. So thrashing or bonking will drain you of energy way quicker than extra time spent completing tasks unoptimally will. Only keep so many programs running at once. This is a cliche tip, but it's quite true, and that's don't give your attention carelessly. Get a handle on procrastination and be flexible with yourself as well as others. So set loose goals, but realize that you can't manipulate everyone else's time and priorities to work in your favor. At the end of the day, you're not going to get it all right. I provided a couple of tips that will prove useful to you a good portion of the time, but ultimately, don't try and mercilessly wrangle time, then lose your cool when you can't get it under control. Trying to get time under control is often synonymous with trying to get people as well as unknown variables under control, and it's not going to happen. So, in summary, have an end in mind, but don't work yourself into a tizzy if the projection toward that end isn't smooth and linear. Tizzies are the true thieves of time and energy.